a devotional series on Book of Malachi. Day 5, Malachi chapter 1, verses 2 to 5. Today's theme:
Love's proof in judgment. Adam's fate, Israel's hope. Today's verse: I have laid waste his hill country and left his heritage to jackals of the desert. If Edom says, we are shattered, but we will rebuild the ruins, the Lord of hosts says, they may build, but I will tear down, and you shall see it with your own eyes and say, great is the Lord beyond the border of Israel. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3b to 5.
Reflection.
Having established his foundational choice of Jacob over Esau, God now points to tangible, historical evidence to answer Israel's doubt. He contrasts the fate of Edom with the state of Israel. Adam's mountainous homeland, Mount Seir, had been laid waste, its heritage given over to desolation. Historically, Edom faced judgment, possibly through Babylonian campaigns or later Nabothian conquests, leading to their eventual disappearance as a distinct nation. Crucially, God declares Adam's ruin to be irreversible. Even if they defiantly claim, we will rebuild, God counters. They may build, but I will tear down. Edom is designated the wicked country, perpetually under God's indignation, a judgment linked to their pride and violence against God's people. Now, consider Israel. They too had suffered conquest, exile, and hardship, judgment for their own Yet unlike Edom, God preserved a remnant, allowed them to return and rebuild Jerusalem and the temple. This stark contrast is the negative proof of God's love for Israel. Their survival, their continued existence as God's covenant people, despite their sins, stands in sharp relief against Edom's final desolation. It wasn't because Israel was inherently better, but because God remained faithful to his electing love and covenant promises. The intended result: Israel is called to see this difference and move beyond their inward focus on suffering to a declaration of God as universal power. Great is the Lord beyond the border of Israel. Recognizing his specific faithfulness to them should lead to acknowledging his sovereign greatness over all nations.
Today's prayer. Reflect on God's mercy and preservation in your own life. Are there times you can see his hand keeping you, guiding you, or restoring you, even when you might have faced harsher consequences? Consider how God's justice against evil and his faithfulness to his promises work together. Ask God to open your eyes to see his work, both in your life and in the world, so that your heart overflows with praise for his greatness, a greatness that extends far beyond your personal borders.